We are discussing about sets. This is chapter 1 of class 11th. What is sets? What do we mean by sets? The concept of set, this is actually a fundamental part of mathematics. Wherever you are going to talk about mathematics or in general everyday life, you will find this sets in mathematics and also the allied branches which has emanated from mathematics. Sets will be used to define the concepts of relations and functions extensively, and the study of this geometry, sequences, probability, all these are the knowledge enhancing knowledge requirement, and you need to require these knowledges to define and describe the sets. And this was developed, or the theory of sets were developed by German mathematician Mr. Cantor, and he actually first encountered sets while he was dealing with the problems on trigonometric series. So we are going to talk about some basic definitions and operations which would involve sets. Okay, sets and how we are going to represent them. If we have collection of a particular kind, say a pack of cards, say a crowd of people, say a cricket team. This cricket team has around 11 players. So why we have 11 players? Because one team 11 players, second team 11 players. Now we can say, okay, here is the captain. Please, captain, come forward. So the captain of the team will come forward. We'll say, okay, the wicketkeeper come forward. So we know that we are talking about well-defined team. So it will have one captain, it will have one wicket keeper, like this. So if you want to define natural numbers, you'll have a set. Prime numbers, you'll have a set. So let us give some example of some sets. First is your odd number, which are say less than 10, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Say the rivers of India, or the vowels, or the kind of triangles like the isosceles, the equilaterals. All these are in this triangle. So these are sets. Prime numbers, the factor of 210 can be like this, and also you can have the solution of certain equation like x squared minus 5x plus 6. So the solution is 2 and 3. So what we devise here after discussing this is a set is a well-defined collection of objects. We say that in the rivers of India, if this is a set, Ganga is the element. Ganga is the element of that set, but not the river Nile. River Nile will not be, because this is not what we are trying to tell about. We are trying to tell about or describe the proper set, well defined, and the elements which are belonging are also well defined. So in the next few discussions, we'll be taking all these, like n will represent it for the natural numbers, will represent the z for the integers, q for the rational numbers, r for real numbers, z plus for positive integers, q plus for positive rational numbers, and r plus for set of positive real numbers. Okay. Then next come is the formal definition of sets. So set is a well-defined collection of objects. For example, if you talk about mathematicians, you will have mathematicians. So you say that the set is well defined, but it is not well defined because the renownedness or the IQ or the logical aptitude of these persons vary from person to person. So the object, elements, and members, all these are the synonym terms. You will find it in sets. The sets are represented by the capital letters A, B, C, like this. And the elements inside this set will be in the small letters. So if A is an element in set, we say A belongs to E. So this belong sign will be like this. Okay, this will be our belong sign. This will be our belong sign, and not belong. This is belong sign, and the non-belong sign would be like this. This is the non-belong sign. So if you say that this does not belong, you say that okay, it does not belong. A belong. Okay, so we have two representation form for a particular set. roster form or tabular form, here you will find exact numbers. Set builder form is the language which is going to generate this roster form. Okay, so in roster form you will find numbers. You see that these numbers, these are the group of elements and they are separated by comma. You can see the comma and they are inside the braces. So these are the list of elements separated by comma inside the braces. For example, just take an example like a set of all natural numbers which divide 42. So 1, 2, 42, these are the numbers in the braces and with comma. And in the roster form, the order in which the elements are listed, they are immaterial. What we would mean to say is that the previous one, this set and this set in the roster form is exactly same, though the number are jumbled up. Means the listing may not be similar, but they are exactly same. In the same way, the set of all vowels in English alphabet like A, E, I, O, U, this is a set. The set of all odd natural numbers like 1, 3, 5, because this is infinite, indefinite. So this is also a set. Next is when we are making a set or posing a set or writing a set, we'll see that this is immaterial, means the formation is immaterial, but one thing is that this double O in this school is we are not going to present it. Why? Because we want this distinct element. So we'll not have two O's. We don't want any duplication. We don't want any redundancy. We want only one O. So we'll have only one element of, if we have number of elements, we'll just keep one of them. Now second is the set builder form. What does it mean? All the elements of set in this set will possess certain property which is not equal to the set which is outside or outside world. For example, if you observe this A, E, I, O, U, this is the set, or it has some common property, and this common property is they are vowels in English alphabet, and no other letter possesses this property. So how we are going to write this set in the set builder form? In the set builder form, we are going to write like this. This is the name of, say, any set. You can write any word in capital, is equal to, then you have braces. See the braces here. These are the braces. And then X is such that, colon is for such that, this colon is for such that, okay, this column is for such that, and then X is a vowel in English language. So all the description, all the idea about what this cell is going to possess as a property is given here. X such that X is a vowel in English alphabet. So here what we want to tell you is the colon is for the such that, and the braces you see here, in the previous one, these braces, let me show you again. These are the braces, inside you have some content. So in these braces, this is the description of all elements. So we write the characteristic property possessed by the element of the set, and then we enclose this with the braces. And so for how we are going to define it, this is set of all X such that X is a vowel of the English alphabet, and the braces, as I said, is set of all. Colon stands for such that. So we'll have a set like this. X is such that X is a natural number. This is one property. It has to be a natural number. A number which will belong to the set will be a natural number, and the number will be above 3 and below 10. So it will not be including 3 and 10, but it will be inside 3 and 10. So that will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are all the elements of set A. So if we denote this set described in this roster form, which we earlier discussed, now we are going to make it in the set builder form. So this is how. A, X is such that X is a natural number which divides 42. Y is such that Y is a vowel in the English alphabet, and Z is such that Z is an odd natural number. And if you observe, all these have peculiar properties, and they are going to fix in this set special numbers which will not be equal to that set, will not be equal to, not be having any other property which may be common to some other set. That is why we call it is a well-defined object of sets. Okay. Now before we conclude, let us see a question. Write the solution set of equation x square plus x minus 2 in raster form. So what you're going to do here is, as I said, this is, a set can be made of, and a set can be an empty set, a set can be a null set. We are going to read about that. But the solution set of the equation like this will have one or two outputs. That is also a set. So you are going to first factorize it. This will be x minus 1, x plus 2. I hope that you will be knowing how to factorize it. This will be x minus 1, x plus 2. And if we equate, this will be x equal to 1 and minus 2. So the solution set of this equation will be written in the raster form in the braces 1 comma minus 2 and braces n. So this is the first form. Now we will also read about, we are going to write the set x such that x is a positive integer and x square is less than 40 in the raster form. So this we are going to take in our next session. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.